traditionally replied with the facts. And the animal rights people who are on the other side of that dialogue always respond with emotion. And it's the battle of emotion and facts, and guess which one wins? Because we are emotional creatures. I'm not the one who've originated this idea. There's a colleague of mine who I will not name because, again, she hasn't signed, but maybe she will join your project someday. But in any case, she was absolutely right that as emotional creatures, we have to respond with emotion. And so I'm really pleased at what I'm seeing in the rise of a new generation of materials and resources aimed at the public that now bring in the emotional side of why this is important, why this work's important. And not that that hasn't always been there, it has been. Like the poster of a patient at St. Jude. I remember a poster from a long time ago. So those things have been there, but they've not been the predominant message, I don't think. And, but now, like for example, the ALAS Foundation has a wonderful series of posters and showing the face of ALAS of a person loving and research animal and saying, we care for our animals so that, you know, you can play in the sun, you know, in terms of sun screening safety, and or that children can share hugs, not bugs, you know, in terms of parasite control on animals. So there's so many good emotional messages, and I see people respond to that. That I've gone into the schools a few times, and when you speak with passion and you openly say, yes, I'm a veterinarian, I really care for these animals, and I was involved in, let's say, the clinical support of these animals, weekends and holidays, you know. They got better care than, let's say, I've seen animals in the private sector, because I also happen to be a co-founder of a humane organization, and we didn't mention that, but so I've seen the seamy side of life, you know, of how animals are truly neglected and abandoned and abused. I've seen that. There is no comparison. And so, you know, for the research animals, we provide really excellent veterinary care and support. And for people to know that and to hear your passion and hear your reasons and the emotion through that, I think is a very powerful message. So, ALAS Foundation is not the only one that's doing that. I know AMP is doing that, Americans for Medical Progress, Foundation for Biomedical Research. Everyone is capturing the emotional aspect of why this is important. And I'm really pleased to see that. I think it's one of the most persuasive arguments. Facts are always important, and they ought to be there somewhere, but they're not necessarily that first message that one should encounter.